Hi, Assalamualaikum and welcome to another episode of Early Adopters. My name is Amer and today we'll be talking about something iconic, something that if you see this thing, you would definitely know the name before I even mention it. Today, we'll be talking about action cameras. Alright, so when I say action cameras, I'm referring to, of course, the GoPro. Now, the GoPro to me, I feel that is one of the best inventions that ever been made because it's such a versatile camera. We are going to be diving in a bit in the history of GoPro and why GoPro is such an iconic camera. Now, GoPro was first created by the CEO and founder of GoPro himself, Nick Woodman. And the whole idea, it was a simple idea, but the whole idea of the GoPro is for him to capture himself surfing. There was no waterproof camera that he could trust, that he could fully trust to take pictures of him while he was surfing. So his main idea was to just create a camera that was small enough to put on his surfboard and take pictures while he was surfing. And the rest is history. That was the beginning of a wonderful journey for GoPro. Alright, so we'll be going into the many versions of GoPro cameras that have been released throughout the years. Now, GoPro started releasing their first ever GoPro in 2005, which is the GoPro 35mm. Now, the 35mm could not take any videos, it could only take pictures. So, 3 years after that, in 2008, the GoPro Hero 2 came out. Well, still can't take any videos, but it could take wide-angle photos now, and which if you see a footage that has wide angle, you know automatically that's a GoPro shot. So that's how iconic that camera angle was. Then in 2011, they released the GoPro Hero 3. For the first time, record 1080p at 30 frames per second. And that was also the year that they introduced the Wi-Fi function. Now, Wi-Fi was a big thing back then in 2012, and GoPro was the only company at that time that has a dedicated application just for GoPro cameras, and you could view your footage straight away, and you could even edit them straight away and instantly share them on your social media. So that was a big thing. Later on, GoPro even took another step forward, leap into the future, where they introduced the GoPro Hero 4. It can now shoot 4K at 30 frames, and at the same time they had a built-in LCD screen, so it's not all the time you need to connect to your phone, you can just see it straight on the GoPro itself. Not only that, a few years after that, they introduced a GoPro Hero 5, which now does not need a waterproof casing. The body itself is waterproof, and it's waterproof up to 10 meters. Scrapping all of that, the GoPro Hero 6 now can shoot 4K at 60 frames, even more high def, even more with more frames per second, making brilliant slow-mo footage that, that makes our videos look more cinematic. And they've upgraded the low light, they've bumped up the camera to 12 megapixels. In addition to that, GoPro Hero 6 can now shoot 1080p footage with 240 frames per second. This year, GoPro has already released its new GoPro Hero 7, and I am excited. I am excited to see the new features, what they have to offer me as a consumer. So without wasting any more time, let's review the GoPro Hero 7 Black. Now, at first look, GoPro has definitely implemented the Type-C USB cable that was implemented in the GoPro Hero 5. So it started off in the GoPro Hero 5, 6, 7, it still uses the USB Type-C to charge, and it has a removable battery for the GoPro Hero 7 Black, whereas the GoPro Hero 7 Silver and the GoPro Hero 7 White does not have a removable battery. Right, so in terms of the interface, GoPro has redesigned their interface to make it feel more like a phone. That is what they claim to be, and I agree. It does feel very smooth. It does feel very phone-like. So it makes switching from each mode much simpler. It makes to pick the resolution and to fiddle around with the settings much more simpler in comparison with previous GoPro versions. Now another cool feature that is implemented in the GoPro Hero 7 is the portrait mode. So if you can see now, the GoPro Hero 7 is on landscape mode, but as soon as I just tilt the camera itself, it goes on to portrait mode. It makes recording IG stories and Instagram TVs much more simpler. One of the biggest impactful updates that GoPro has put in the GoPro Hero 7 is the Hyper Smooth. That is the update that everybody's going crazy with. It is to say the gimbal killer. It will produce videos so smooth as if it was on a gimbal, but it's not. So enough fun facts, enough history. I want to put this GoPro to the test. I want to know whether this small device worth my money. All the questions that I've been having inside my head about this new GoPro Hero 7, I want to test it out. But I'm not going to do it alone. I'm going to be inviting a very prestigious videographer that is very well known in the industry. I'm going to bring him along. I'm going to get his point of view, his review, and his opinion on the new GoPro Hero 7 Black.
Oh, ni training je? Training je? Ya Allah, aku punya dah takut macam dah real dah.
Tunggu lah kat atas ni.
Belum real lagi? Belum real lagi?